From all depictions of John Dee contrived throughout his lifetime, we can quite clearly see one feature in common marks all as being unique to the man himself, and that is his wandering or strabismic left eye. This condition is called, presently, exotropia, defined as the outward deviation of an eye which may occur while fixating on distant objects, nearby objects, or both. Most exotropia is intermittent. The eye deviation occurs only some of the time. However, it can also be a permanent condition, although in such cases it should not be confused with amblyopia, wherein the deviated eye also has decreased capacity for sight. If symptoms of exotropia occur prior to the age of 6, the brain cells can rematch the double vision this effect produces, and this is called anomalous retinal correspondence. If the deviation occurs intermittently, it can occur either when looking at objects at a distance, 20 feet or more, or when looking at objects close up, 16 inches or closer. If it occurs when looking at distant objects, bifocals may treat the effect cosmetically. However, if the exotropia occurs when looking at objects close up, as was almost certainly true in Dr. D's case, the effect is called convergence insufficiency and can result in diplopia, double vision, headaches, difficulty focusing, dizziness, as well as blurry eyesight. Although strabismus is thought to be caused primarily due to a genetic mutation, it can also come about through injury to the brain. Catalogued as sphere number 5, crystal ball, in Sphaerae, the Oxford newsletter of the Museum of History and Science, Dr. D's 6 centimeter diameter quartz sphere was used as a show stone in his scrying exercises with Edward Kelly. It is not now known if the composition of this crystal ball is alpha quartz, the more common kind, or beta quartz, which has higher symmetry, is less dense, and has a slightly lower specific gravity. However, it is now known alpha quartz can be heated into beta quartz and then cooled back down again into its original state. D's orb itself appears to be smoky quartz, a variety of silicate found in Scotland and the Swiss Alps during D's lifetime, although he claims in his journals, Action 24, Liber 4, that the showstone was given to him by the angels with whom he communicated. It is known that, in 1552, Dee and Girolamo Cardano met in London and, it is possible, procured Dee's infamous smoking mirror from the Society of the New Art there. Operating out of Limehouse, in London's East End, under Sir Humphrey Gilbert. Although no direct historical record of a brother exists, one Adrian Gilbert, alleged half-brother of Sir Humphrey, is mentioned in Dee's diaries as being a close associate from at least this time on. According to the Limehouse legends of this Society of the New Art, it was formed when Martin Frobisher, inspired by Gilbert's advocation of opening a northwest passage between Europe and North America, sailed to Baffin Island, between Greenland and Canada, from whence he returned with a mysterious black rock, which Frobisher himself, Humphrey, and or Dr. Adrian Gilbert, Lord Burleigh, better known as William Cecil, and the Earl of Leicester, better known as Robert Dudley, then attempted to transmute into gold. While at Limehouse working with the Society of the New Art in 1552, John Dee would have been only 25 years old, still 5 years the senior of Robert Dudley, but not yet the wizened counselor of royalty he would become later in life. However, since we have no depictions of Dee from prior to this period in his life, we cannot ascertain if his eye condition was inherent from birth or acquired due to injury at some point later on during his life. If the effect occurred due to injury, it should not be ruled out that such could have occurred while attempting to superheat either the quartz sphere, the smoking mirror, or both at Limehouse on the River Thames.